First graders?
First graders.
What is going on?
What is happening?
Where are we?
What has happened to our TV classroom?
Oh my goodness. Something has changed.
A lot has changed. You're here.
You're here. We're both here.
We're both here.
Where's this, Miss Oslin?
My goodness, I see this crane.
Mm-hmm. You know what's interesting is right outside the window here at TV Classroom, I see the exact same crane. Friends, this is what's happening live right now outside the TV Classroom.
In Tacoma.
In Tacoma.
That is so neat.
So neat. Why are we wearing these white coats?
We are scientists.
Scientists, guess what? Now we are going to be doing science lessons.
Yes,
I'm so excited. Yes. And some days we'll do lessons here, and some days we'll have experts come in, and then other days we're going to go on science field trips.
Yes.
We're going to get out of the TV classroom.
Yes.
And go find science in nature.
Yes. Get us out of here.
Get us out. Are you so excited?
I'm excited.
Woo. Okay. Let's start with the zones today.
Zones. Yeah, I need a zones check.
We do because, all right, Miss Oslin, what zone? I can guess, but what zone are you in today?
I'm in the yellow zone.
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
Yeah, I have a lot of energy.
Yeah, I do too. I'm really excited and I'm feeling a little silly.
A little bit.
Yeah, because I'm so excited. Have
Same.
you ever felt silly when you're excited? It can be a little, it can cause problems.
It can cause problems.
So hopefully it won't cause problems today. Maybe we should do some deep breathing.
I think that's a great idea.
Let's do some hand breathing. Ready? That's so much better.
So much better. I feel like my shoulders just relaxed.
Mine did too. Mr. Kevin, how are you today?
Oh, thank you for asking. I am in the green zone.
You're in the green zone?
Yeah.
Why are you in the green zone today?
Well, it's just a great day here in Tacoma. It's not raining.
Nope.
And we're doing something new for the kids, and that's exciting to me.
Yay.
It is exciting.
It is exciting. Okay, first graders. When we start our lessons, we're always going to remind ourselves of the behaviors that you and I and Mr. Kevin and Mrs. Wally and Rashid and Chili have all agreed to. And these behaviors are, say them with me, show respect, make good decisions.
Oh, I said choices. Let's start again.
Let's start again.
Okay. Show respect, make good decisions, solve problems.
One thing that we do when we show respect is we show up and we're ready.
Yep.
And we're also going to make sure that we're using conflict solvers when there's conflict.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because it's going to happen.
It is.
Every team has conflict.
Like what just happened could have turned into a conflict.
Oh, it could have. It could have. I could have made fun of you for that.
You could have, or you could have been like, you ruined it.
Mrs. Wally. But no,
we didn't.
We laughed it off.
Right.
And then we moved on and we tried it again.
Yep.
That was a conflict
Problem
solver.
solving.
We also make good decisions when we get our work done. And as we go through the day, there might be problems. And you and I and Mrs. Wally and Mr. Kevin are going to work together to solve these problems.
We've done that a lot at the TV classroom.
We have.
We're going to keep doing it. Part of making good decisions is making, there's Mr.
Mr. Kevin.
Part of making good decisions is making sure you have the things you need.
Yes.
So before we begin,
Yes.
please make sure that you have a pencil and your learning notebook or something to write on. It could be your whiteboard too if you don't have a learning notebook.
Yeah.
But we're going to be using that today. So make sure that you have those things ready and only write on them when we ask you to. Okay.
Here we go. At the beginning of every lesson, we're going to start with what's called an essential question.
Yeah, they're kind of fun because
Really
it
fun.
makes us wonder a little bit, and science is all about wondering.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have 3 lessons, and we're going to try to find the answer to this question as we learn.
And you know what's exciting is that I don't know the answer to this question yet.
I don't either.
And it gives me a little clue about what I'm going to be learning.
It's so good.
Really exciting.
Are you ready to find out with us? Let's read the question together.
How do the structures and elements of nature help humans?
Well, what is that?
That's a
how do the structures and elements of nature, help humans? Yes, Mr. Kevin?
A structure is like a building?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. I was trying to figure out that word structures, and I was like
but
a
it's
building.
talking about nature, and buildings aren't nature.
No.
Not.
So I'm wondering if like it's how nature's built.
Oh.
Like how nature builds itself.
Oh. That makes sense.
And elements, well, those are parts.
yeah. So how nature is built and the parts of nature
That
help
us.
humans.
I
Okay.
didn't even think about
I did
that.
not think about how nature can help humans.
Ah, this is a good essential question.
It really is.
Lots of wonder.
Okay, keep that essential question in your mind throughout today and the next couple lessons. Now, at the very beginning of our lessons, we're going to start with what's called an observation chart.
These are so fun.
They are. Say observation chart.
Observation chart.
Observation is something that you see or notice.
And scientists are amazing observers.
That
and
is true.
First graders, you're going to get so
goodness.
much work with observation because that's how we figure out these things.
And we're going to provide you with some sentence stems, which is you're going to be able to take your thinking, and it's a lot like our I message, right? Where I feel because where you get to take what you already know, and we'll give you the sentence, and you just plug in what you know.
That way you don't have to spend your brain power
no,
thinking
no,
up
no, no.
how to say I observed, or how to say who did this, or how to say I have a question about. And when you write, you can just copy those words right down
So
and
easy.
just work on your thinking words.
So easy.
Yep. Makes it a lot easier.
So what we're going to do is start by looking at some pictures. And in your learning notebook
This
or
is
your
when you get
writing
it ready.
notebook, you are going to write everything that you observe or notice or wonder about these pictures.
Here, we'll show you.
Are we
you
ready?
So take a look. We're going to give you about 2 minutes. So really be looking. What do you notice or wonder or observe about these pictures? And then write those things down in your notebook. I'm going to be writing mine. You're going to be writing yours. We're just going to look at this picture. We have 2 minutes. Are you ready? Yeah. Here we go.
About 10 more seconds to finish your last thought. Okay. Mrs. Wally, what were your observations or wonderings? You had quite a few.
I did. All right, I wrote down, I notice balls on the dog.
Oh, yeah.
There's these little yellow balls all stuck all over the dog's fur. And I thought that was interesting. And that lady there, she's pulling them off. And I'm not really sure what that has to do with the structures of nature.
Yeah.
But there's some Velcro-y type ball things on the dog that won't come off. And then I'm wondering, in that bottom picture, why the ball that was on the dog is now next to a picture of Velcro.
There must be some connection, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
And Mr. Kevin, can you show them my notebook really quick? Yeah. So something that happened when I was writing, you might have seen me go, Miss Oslin. Yeah, Miss Oslin. I'm not sure. And she said, I don't know. And I wrote Velcro, but I wasn't sure I spelled it right. So you know what I did? I put a question mark and circled it, and then I just moved on.
Yeah.
And then I know that I have to go back later and figure out if I spelled
Check that
Velcro
word.
correct or not.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to worry about that now.
Oh, no.
Because right now
No.
this is not spelling lesson.
No.
This is science, and so I just got to get my thoughts down.
Yep.
So we don't get hung up on the spelling. We do the best we can, circle it, and move on.
Yep.
And then I also noticed Velcro on the shoe. And, I just noticed now, I didn't notice it before. Mr. Kev, you go back to the PowerPoint. There's also one of those sticky balls on the kid's sock.
I was wondering if those are all the same thing. Are
Yeah.
the balls on the dog
Yeah,
the same as the ball on the
I kind of
sock?
assumed it was, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
What did you notice at home? Did you notice anything different than what I noticed? Oh, great sharing. Thank you so much for sharing your thinking. Do we have another one?
We do. We have another page. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So again, some more sentence frames that you might use is, by looking at the picture, I predict this is or these are.
Or I have a question about.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna go to my next page.
Oh, this one's gonna be really exciting.
Okay. All right, 2 minutes. Here we go.
Mrs. Wally, you observed a lot. That was an exciting one for you, huh?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Should we share?
Yes.
Okay, the first thing I noticed is that, we can keep the pictures up, Mr. Kevin. Okay. The first thing I noticed is that the bats look like they're talking.
Yeah, I saw those lines and I wondered what that was.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the lines were, but that picture reminded me of two bats talking.
Yeah.
But it's not a bat, I'm noticing now as I'm looking closer. It's like a little butterfly. So maybe bats aren't talking.
But the lines are going towards each other.
Is the bat talking to the butterfly?
I don't know.
So maybe it's a bat and a butterfly talking. Notice how sometimes you observe once, and then when you go back and observe a second time, you notice even more.
Yeah.
Super important as a scientist.
Very.
Yes, Mr. Kevin?
Some students might notice that this looks kind of like the Wi-Fi signal.
It does, like on the
Mr.
computer.
Kevin. Yeah, it does.
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting. I also wondered why the person is holding a stick. This person's holding a stick, and I'm not sure
I don't see the connection between that and the
why.
bats.
I'm not sure why they're holding
Yeah.
a stick. And then I also wondered why there were so many pictures of bats. I wasn't sure why. But I did make a prediction. I predict the bats and sticks are related. So there's something about them that's similar.
Yep.
I don't know what.
When I'm thinking about our essential question and thinking about like structures and elements of nature and how that helps people, I see nature and people both.
Right. And in the last picture I saw nature and people.
Okay.
So those sticky balls from nature must have something to do with the people.
They must help humans somehow.
And then these bats and those little lines must help something with that stick, but I'm not sure what.
I also was looking at the pictures, and based on the picture, I predict that these bats are out either early in the morning or later in the evening.
I know bats are nocturnal.
Okay.
So it must be like you said.
Yeah, it's not during the day.
No, definitely not during the day.
Okay.
And maybe if that's a moth, maybe that bat is hunting.
Oh. See why it's so helpful to have a teammate that you can talk back and forth with?
Yeah, like I think that those lines must maybe do something with hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to learn about it. Are you excited to learn about it? What did you notice about the pictures? Great observation.
I heard some different thinking
I
that
did
you and
too.
I didn't think of. That's
I
exciting.
love it. Okay, let's move on.
We have one more. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
2 minutes. Here we go.
Okay, friends. Oh, I'm so excited to hear what you observed and noticed on this page. I had a connection with this page.
You did.
I think I've seen these bugs before.
You have?
Yeah. We call them roly-polies.
Oh, you know what? I've seen them too, but we call them potato bugs.
Oh, that's so funny. Friends, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, we called them potato bugs too.
Yeah, that is so neat. Friends at home, what did you observe or notice on this page? Wow, so many different observations. Mrs. Wally, what were you writing about?
I wondered why the bug rolled up, because I've seen them roll up, but I don't know why, so I'm wondering. I'm also noticing that a person touched the bug in the picture, and I'm wondering where these bugs live and how they help us.
I noticed that you are keeping in mind our essential question while you're doing this. You're thinking about, I know there's got to be a connection.
Right, otherwise why would we be showing that?
Exactly.
So I'm trying to figure out how these bugs might help us.
Okay.
And I don't really see, the other pictures kind of gave me a little bit of a clue, but this picture, I am not sure.
I don't see the connection. Yeah.
So I'm really excited to learn about it.
Okay, friends, go ahead and close your notebook and your pencil, and you can put them off to the side for now. We're gonna need it again later, but just not right now. Now that we've had a chance to think about our essential question and do some observing of some pictures and maybe activate some background knowledge or get us curious about what we might be learning, we are going to talk about use a new chart called a CCD. Say CCD.
It means cognitive content dictionary. Oh, we know dictionary.
Oh, we know dictionary. That tells me what words mean.
Right, so this is gonna be something about what words mean.
Mr. Kevin?
What cognitive?
Cognitive.
Your brain.
Cognitive.
Yeah, it's using your brain
Okay.
to understand what words mean.
Content.
Ooh, content. That's what we're doing. We're learning new content.
Okay, so like
things
science.
we're learning.
Got it.
For
Okay.
this lesson, it's a science thing.
Okay. Are we ready?
Are you ready?
We're going to teach you a new word.
Get ready.
You know what? It might not be new to you.
You might know it.
That would be exciting. Here we go. Your new word is biomimicry. Say biomimicry.
Biomimicry. What is that?
Oh, we're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's clap the syllables in biomimicry.
Ready?
Here we go.
I'm putting on my body while you clap. Is that okay?
Yeah. Here we go.
Biomimicry. Can we do it one more time?
Yes, please.
Biomimicry.
How many was that? 5?
Biomimicry.
5 syllables.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whoa.
That means there's 5 vowel sounds.
That's right.
Because every syllable
has a vowel.
One vowel sound.
That's right.
I, O, I, E.
Got it. Okay. Now think. Have you ever heard this word before? If you've heard this word before, put your hands on your head. If you have not heard this word before, keep your hands down. Yeah, new word. Yes. Not a lot of
Now
people.
we have to predict. What do we think
this
it
word
means?
could be?
But we don't know. I know, but I want you to think.
Do you notice any parts of that word
Right.
that sound familiar? Biomimicry.
Biomimicry. Have you ever heard any of those parts before? Biomimicry.
Turn and tell your learning buddy anything that you are thinking right now about the word biomimicry. I think I recognize part of this word.
I do too. It reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I would say something, and then my brother would copy me.
I was gonna say the same
And
thing.
I'd be like, I'm tired. And he'd go, I'm tired. And I'd be like, stop it. And he'd go, stop it. Oh, it used to drive me crazy.
I know.
And we
Mimic,
called
right?
it mimic.
Yep. Copying.
Stop mimicking me. So mimic. Biomimicry. Well, I'm starting to think about those pictures.
Oh, yeah. And you know what else I'm thinking? I took a class in high school called biology.
Oh. What did you learn in that class?
We learned about animals.
And like nature and stuff? And how it all works? So what's our prediction? What do we think biomimicry means?
I think it has to have something to do with mimicking, like you said,
Yeah.
which is like repeating or copying, and biology, which is like the study of nature, right? Like
Whenever I think about our essential
human.
question, how do the structures of
the structures and
elements
elements of nature
help
humans?
Biomimicry. Mimicking biology, which is nature.
Oh.
I wonder if humans copy nature
To solve a problem.
to solve a problem.
Because why else would we do it? We wouldn't just do it for
think back
fun.
to that dog. Those things were sticking to the dog, and then the kid had the shoe, the
with
Velcro that
Velcro.
sticks together. I wonder if we got the idea from those burrs
The
sticking
burrs.
to the dog. I wonder if that's where they got the idea for Velcro.
Okay. So
That would be
biomimicry.
mimicking
Yep.
nature.
Yep. Biomimicry means copying nature to solve a human problem. Say biomimicry. Biomimicry.
What should we do for a hand motion for copying? Copying
Copying.
nature.
Copying.
Copying.
Oh, I know the sign for animals.
Okay, we could do that. So
Okay, so copying animals
or nature
or nature. Yeah,
to solve a problem.
to solve a problem. Okay, let's
Okay.
do that again. Here we go. Copying nature
nature
to solve a problem.
Okay, so
I
say it
love
out. Say biomimicry.
Biomimicry. Copying nature to solve a problem.
We're gonna stop lots of times and say that over and over.
Okay, so every time we say biomimicry,
You're gonna go
copying nature to solve a problem.
Okay.
Go.
Now, we should put it in a sentence.
Yeah, I need to
really
hear
get it in our
I really
head.
need to hear it. And this was a tricky one. We had to ask
Ask an expert. We did. We had to ask an expert.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our sentence? It's such a good sentence.
So our friends at Skyline, your science teacher, Ryan Patterson helped us with this. Okay, here we go. Biomimicry, copying nature to solve a problem, helps people invent new ways to solve problems without harming Earth. Oh,
That's an important piece.
that's an important piece.
Without harming Earth. So we don't want to solve our own problem and then give another problem to nature.
No.
That we've done that a lot as
We do
humans.
it. Check. Yeah.
And now we're trying to undo that
Yeah.
work.
Right.
So that's really important.
Okay. So biomimicry, copying nature to solve a problem, helps people invent new ways to solve problems without harming Earth.
Okay.
Now that we know about biomimicry, copying nature to solve a problem, you are going to do some thinking about what you think you know about biomimicry, copying nature to solve a problem, and what you want to learn. Think about our essential question, which is, how do the structures and elements of nature help people? And think about all those pictures. And you have probably done a chart similar to this. You've done a KWL. What do I know? What do I want to know? What did I learn? This one is worded a little bit differently. Instead of saying, what do I know? We say, what do I think I know? And it's different and intentional because as scientists, we are open to changing our thinking when we learn new information.
It's so important in science and that you understand that scientists always start with what they think they know, and then they conduct experiments and study to validate what they think they know to then decide if that's true or not. So we can say this is our best thinking at the time, but we might have to come back and change it. That's happened a lot in this pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
They thought they knew something and then they had to come back and change what they said.
Yep.
Because science changes as we learn new information.
Remember when, like, at the beginning, they were like, no, don't wear masks. You don't need to. And that's like, yes, wear masks.
We need to. That was because they realized that without masks, it was spreading.
And now they're saying your masks have to be double layers, right?
Yeah, so they're
as we
learning.
learn more, we change our thinking, and we have to be open to that as scientists.
Yep.
Also, you're going to be thinking about, what do you want to learn about biomimicry? Copying nature to solve a problem. This might sound like who, what, where, when, why, how.
Are we just going to give them a few minutes to think?
Yes.
Okay. And then maybe go on to the input chart?
Should they do some writing in their notebook?
Well, I'm just looking at
Or
the
drawing.
time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Let's do some thinking. What do I think?
1 minute.
1 minute of thinking coming up.
Miss Oslam, what do you think you know?
Okay, I made a really interesting connection.
Okay.
I was thinking about when we had our friend Miss Enot on the show, who was a U.S. Army veteran, and she talked about camouflage.
Oh.
And I was thinking about animals that I know that like blend in with nature. So like Rashid here blends in with his surroundings, and we kind of copied that with camouflage clothing.
Oh, so you think you know that we used camouflage from nature for the idea of camouflage to keep our military men and women safe?
Yes! I think that's a form
Oh.
of biomimicry, copying nature to solve a problem.
I want to know all the ways we've done that.
I know. So
And I kind of want to know what animals in particular we've copied.
Yes.
Like what special animal powers do they have
Yes.
that we want to use as humans?
yes.
Okay, I think they're ready.
Okay.
Are you ready, friends? I'm going to do a little drawing for you. So you just get to follow along with me. And Mr. Kevin's going to show you this big chart. Now you're going to notice some pencil marks on there so that it looks like it's supposed to look, because I'm not the best artist. So I help myself out. So I'm going to start drawing something. He's going to bring it on back for you. And I'm just going to talk about it. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that this is called a pill bug. Everyone say pill bug.
Pill bug.
Pill. If you wouldn't mind holding my caps for me.
Got the caps.
Pill bug. Now that is like that picture we saw. And a pill bug is an isopod. Say isopod.
Isopod.
That's a categorization of a type of animal. Oh. And isopods live in the sea. They also live in fresh water, like in streams and lakes. And they can live on land. They live all over the place. Like I'm thinking about that picture, and those little bugs were near a rock and on dirt. So let's take a look really close at what an isopod looks like. So we're going to start with this part of the isopod's body. And this part of the body is the middle part of the body. It's called the thorax. Everyone say thorax.
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 The thorax on a pill bug is the second through seventh segment that is between the head and the abdomen. Isn't that interesting? Okay, one more. So if I count them, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is part of that. Mrs. Wally messed up. That's okay. 6, 7. This goes together. So we have the thorax. Everyone say thorax.
Thorax.
It's part of the body that is between the head and the abdomen. And it's the second through seventh segments. Now, on the pill bug, these segments allow the pill bug to move.
Oh.
It's what allows the pill bug, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Remember that curled up picture?
Yes.
So these segments allow the body to move and curl up.
Oh,
Isn't that cool? So now let's talk about the head. It's actually the big word for it. Oh, I don't know if that's going to be dark enough. Let's
Mrs.
try.
Wally,
Yes.
do we have thoraxes?
We have a thoracic spine, and that's what allows us to bend and move. It's the middle part of our back between our head and our abdomen.
Oh.
Interesting.
This is called the Cephalothorax. Everyone say that?
Cephalothorax.
That's the head fused. See how I made that? This is supposed to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Fused with the first segment of thorax. I'm actually going to fix it because it's important to do things accurately. So, could I have the red pen back? I'm going to fix my numbers. Scientists revise things.
Yep, always.
This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the first. This one is actually
Part of the cephalothorax.
part of because it's fused.
Yep.
So it's the head that's also fused. And I'm going to just do this so you know it's this part.
Yeah.
It's part of the cephalothorax. Okay.
Almost like his shoulders.
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah. And I'm going to do this for you so you can see this. That's the thorax. Okay. Now, can you take care
I will
of those
organize
for
all
me?
this.
It gets really hard with all the colors, friends. Now we're going to go to this part right here. And this, can you guess? Thorax is the part of the body between the head and the abdomen.
Oh, it's the abdomen.
In this abdomen,
I have an abdomen.
I do too. This abdomen has 5 sections on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I might have left mine home today. I don't know.
Oh, you left your
You left your
abdomen? That would
abdomen at
not be
home?
good. You wouldn't be able to eat because the abdomen is the part of the body that controls the digestive system.
Oh, then I have that because I need it.
It's where the stomach and intestines live. You wouldn't want to leave that at home, Mr. Kevin. 5 segments. Now, what's really interesting about the pill bug is this outside thorax is hard.
Oh.
They have an exoskeleton.
Oh, I have a skeleton, but it's not on the outside.
It's on the inside.
Oh.
Theirs is on the outside. It's hard on the outside. That's a clue about the pill bug and how it helps us.
So the structures of a pill bug somehow help humans. It's hard on the outside.
Yep.
It's curious.
Then this last part is like kind of like their bottom.
Oh.
It's called a uropod. The uropods. And there's these 3 little pieces. And it's the 6th part of the abdominal parts. And it forms the tail.
Oh, so
these
5
are the 5,
segments
and then this
6.
is the 6th
Yeah.
one, and it forms the little tail. It's like their tail. So that's the body of it. Now let's talk
Okay.
about all the pieces coming off the
Yeah.
body. And I'm going to do all of them with pink. So first of all, they have to be able to see, and these creatures do see. This is, can you guess what it is? It's their eye. And then they have to be able to sense their food and feel where they're going. Do you know what insects use? Now, this is a isopod, but what do insects use to be able to sense where
Antennae.
things are? They use antennas. Well, pill bugs have antennas. They have 2 of them. And they're at the top of the cephalothorax. And it helps them to find food and to know where they are headed. And they're very large.
So they're kind of like sensors.
Yeah, they're kind of like, hey, ooh. That's a good connection. Okay, and then now we're missing something. The things that make it move.
Gotta move.
They have not 6, 7 pairs of jointed legs. Now we have joints on our legs, like where our knees are and our ankles are, and those joints move. Can you move your knees and your ankles at home? It allows you to move. And we know that these pill bugs, they like to roll up and they like to crawl, so they definitely need to be able to move. So there's 7 pairs of legs, and I'm gonna draw them real quick.
Ooh.
So here's the first pair, here at the back, and then the next pair. And if you notice, they're attached to each of these little sections here.
Of the thorax.
Yeah, and so they curl up underneath when the pill bug does its little spinny ball thing that it does. I'm hoping that when we go out in nature on their next lesson, that we can find some pill bugs.
Oh, I bet we can.
I'm really, really hoping we find one, because it would be so cool to be able to see that in real life after seeing a drawing of it here on a TV classroom.
And now we can name its parts.
Yeah, we can like look at it and talk about all its parts and see if we can find it.
Find the cephalothorax, the thorax, and the abdomen.
Yeah, so
And the
one
uropod.
more part of the pill bug. Are you ready?
That's a lot of knees.
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is kind
knees.
of like a lot of knees. This is what the pill bug looks like when it curls into a protective ball.
Okay, so we saw that picture and the human was poking it.
Yes, and you know
Okay.
what it did?
Rolled
It
up.
curled up into a protective ball.
Protective ball.
How is it protecting itself by curling up into a ball?
Well, I remember you taught me it's an exoskeleton.
So, why does it curl up then? What do you think it uses its exoskeleton for? If it curls up, then all its parts on the inside are protected by its hard shell on the outside. Now, if we curl up, we don't have a hard shell to protect us. But they curl up, and that hard exterior shell protects them from predators.
Oh, do you know what this is making me think of?
What does it make you think of?
When I watch football
Yeah?
and the football players, they have all their gear on and they do this, but then they have all the, like their helmet and their pads, and they're protecting the ball.
You know what else it reminds me of?
What?
Is like you were talking about the military
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
and they have camouflage.
Yeah.
I know that underneath they also wear these special vests called Kevlar vests, and they're really hard, and it
Oh.
protects if they have something get shot
Yeah,
at them or like
yeah.
something dangerous comes at them.
Yeah.
It protects their heart and their body, and it's a hard shell. It's like we've created exoskeletons for ourselves,
Oh my goodness.
just like the pill bug.
So it's like we're mimicking nature to solve a problem.
Wait a minute. Biomimicry. Mimicking nature to solve a problem.
Mr. Kevin, what were you going to say?
Kevin likes Kevlar.
All right, friends. Wow.
Whoa, you just taught us a lot.
That was a lot, but how cool is that?
So cool.
So cool.
That's so interesting. Just think, this is just one little tiny bug that people take for granted, that is just roaming around out in our, just munching up all of the dirt and decomposing for us.
Who knew there was so much to it?
And it helped us solve problems.
Yeah.
Really big problems we have of protecting our bodies to keep ourselves safe.
Yes.
Whoa. We have a little chant.
Oh
don't
my
we?
gosh. Are we excited to
Are you
sing?
ready? We're going to sing a little song. It goes, we all know because we've been. Oh, Mr. Kevin, can you have the lyrics up for us?
I will put that up, yes.
Okay.
We.
And so you're going to go,
I'm gonna
and
go,
I'm
and
going
then you're gonna go.
So you at home are going to sing with me after Mrs. Wally. She's going to tell us what to say.
We all know because we've been told.
We all know because we've been told.
Animal structures are good as gold.
Animal structures as good as gold.
With external structures, it's true.
With external structures, it's true.
They meet their needs and survive too.
They meet their needs and survive too.
Sound off.
Sound off.
Structures.
Structures.
Sound off. Functions.
Sound off functions.
Sound off. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's true.
True.
It's true. There's another verse.
Their teeth can show what food they eat.
Their teeth can show what food they eat.
Flat teeth eat plants, sharp teeth eat meat.
Flat teeth eat plants, sharp teeth eat meat.
Some animals have both sharp and flat.
Some animals have both sharp and flat.
They eat almost everything. What'd you think of that?
They eat almost everything. What'd you think of
Now on
that?
this part, I'm gonna say sound off and you're gonna say herbivore.
Got it.
I'm gonna say sound off,
Okay.
you're gonna say carnivore.
Got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sound off.
Herbivore.
Sound off.
Carnivore.
Sound off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Omnivore. Is that you?
Yep, because we have flat and sharp teeth.
Last verse.
Here we go. With flat teeth, cows eat grass and hay.
With flat teeth, cows eat grass and hay.
They chew their cud and graze all day.
They chew their cud and graze all day.
With sharp teeth, cats eat rats and mice.
With sharp teeth, cats eat rat and mice.
They keep away pests, and that is nice.
They keep away pests, and that is nice.
Sound off.
Herbivore.
Sound off.
Carnivore.
Sound off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bon appetit!
That's so fun.
That was really fun.
So friends, today we talked about and learned just the beginning of how the structures and elements of nature help humans.
And we learned that word. Biomimicry. Copy nature to solve a problem. Your job is to write in your learning notebook or your writing notebook, whatever you have, everything that you think you know about biomimicry.
And you can do it in a picture.
Oh, totally.
You could do it in a sentence. You could do it in a paragraph.
Yeah.
Whatever you think you need to explain and be able to explain to someone what you now know about biomimicry.
With copying nature to solve a problem. And then, of course, you're always going to read.
And maybe you could look up ways nature has helped us solve
Yes.
problems. If you're one of those people that likes to do some research, you could ask an adult to help you. Start to look, what are some ways nature has solved problems for us?
So excited to
Oh
learn.
my goodness, it's gonna be so great.
And then you're going to send it to us here at TV Classroom.
And to your teacher.
And to your teacher, so that we all know exactly what it is that you're working on at home. Mr. Kevin, how can our first graders send us their work?
Well, teachers, I'm really excited to see if any one of our first graders would love to draw a picture of a pill bug.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be amazing.
Bonus
love it.
points if they label some of the parts.
Yeah.
Send them to TV Classroom at tacoma.k12.wa.us. You can also send them to our TV Classroom headquarters, which is 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.
All right,
you,
Miss
Mr.
Osland,
Kevin.
it's time for affirmation.
Today, we are going to tell each other, I am a scientist.
Yes, I love it. We are.
We are.
We
We
were
totally are.
scientists today together.
We did observations, we learned words, we made connections, we made predictions.
I drew a diagram. You learned from it.
So here we go.
I am a scientist.
Excellent job today, first graders. We
Thank
hope
you
you
so
have a great
much.
rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you back here next time in our TV Classroom.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget, next time we're going on location.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
Nope.
Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.